Jean asks, how do you know when you're done? That is, when you've done sufficient editing to make your article or your book effective at communicating. And I really want to compliment Jean for asking this because I know Jean's last name and I know who she is. And she's been a freelance writer for a very long time and is extremely good and professional and really knows her stuff. And that's the mark of a true professional when you can question yourself so you can get better and better and better. So I want to applaud you for asking this question, and now I'd like to answer it. You know, it's hard to say when something is done. I look at some paintings sometime when I go to museums. I say, how does the artist know when it's done? Does it need one more brush stroke, or did it have enough brush strokes? Could it use a little bit of green here, a little bit of yellow there, a little bit of light here? How do they know? And it drives me crazy. When I see a photograph, I think the same thing. The photographer framed the photograph in a certain way, and I'm wondering, why this angle? Why not that angle? What did they crop out? What do they leave in? How do they do this? And I took a photojournalism class when I was a journalism student at Northwestern, and I know how to do this, and it drove me crazy because I'd be sitting with all these editing tools and trying to figure out a half inch longer, a half inch narrower. Do we include this? Do we include that? I mean, it just drove me crazy. So I have a lot of respect for artists who know when to stop. And writers are artists as well. We create something from nothing, we put it on paper, and we put it out to the world for them to critique. And I think the way that I would answer this question for myself is when it's good enough. And I don't mean perfect, because perfect is the enemy of great, as I read somewhere, one of those quotes you see on Facebook. you know, but there's a point where financially you have to get it done. You have deadlines to meet, you have other projects to work on. It's good enough. So that's one way to look at it. The second is, I've made my point. Could I put a $10 word in here instead of a $5 word? Well, maybe, maybe not. And you just say, I'll live with it because I'm making my point. People